Hey friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. This is a share video and I decided I'm going to share with you the result, I guess, of my 2025 memory planner. I gotta tell you, I'm filming this towards the end of January and I actually have not finished like the last week of it because I haven't printed the pictures. But once I do that, then I will just finish that off and then I will file this. So as you can see, it's very thick and it doesn't want to close. So I just have a rubber band. And I've talked about this when I showed you what I am planning on using for my 2026 memory planner. I don't like the ones with the close because I know that that limits me of how thick my album is. As you can see, it's very thick. I do like that this book is very sturdy, so I know that my pages will stay here longer, whereas the one that I created for 2024, it was a binder that I made my own inserts for, and so that's kind of a DIY, so I don't know how long that will last, but I like this because it's very sturdy. It has stitchings and things like that, but I do know that I don't like the ones with the clasp, so I'm just making a note for that for my future self. And because it is kind of a fabric type of, no, it's plastic, but it's already sewn, I just decided that I will add just a little tab because I do put this on a shelf, and so I like to see the years of the memory planner. Same with my scrapbook albums, especially the family ones. So I just created a banner and then I did clip that with just this little orange clip. I believe this is from Doodlebug, but that's just going to hold that in place. I've kind of thought about the idea of maybe just using some hot glue and then just putting this on this actual fabric, but I like this one because if I change my mind or if I lose this, because it is pretty loose, if this falls off or whatnot, then I will definitely permanently adhere this tab right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this off, and you've seen me work on this as the year went on, but basically I have them divided. The inserts were already here, and I did get this planner at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and what I like about this is because it didn't have the dates, so I was able to just use it for the year that I needed it to, which is 2025. And then what it does is it has this first page that you can write on, of course, but I just decorated them just because I want to. And then there's a month in a glance, which I also decorated. If I knew that there were things happening already within that month, then I could put that in here, especially like routine things. And then I went by week. So in the first few days, weeks, I realized, because I wanted to like compartmentalize them in like their own little days, and so I made little pockets and things like that. And so this was fine until it wasn't, because then it got really thick. So I stopped that, I think, in February. Again, you got the month in review, and then you have the months, or sorry, the weeks. And this one, it had the 4 lines, so I kind of just jotted down some 4 bullet points of each day, which ended up being more than just bullet points as the year progressed. But I love that I'm able to write down my notes every night so that I don't remember it and it's still fresh in my mind. And then I just went back once I printed the journaling, or the, not journaling, but the pictures. Once I printed them off, then I started building the layouts, or the finish the pages. So by this time I decided I'm just going to use some inserts, so I did grab some pattern papers and then just use that as my main, as the page itself, and then of course just punched new holes for it and then put in more pictures. That way it's not bulky. It didn't get bulky. As you can see, this month got really bulky. And then I would just do that. I had tabs for most of the week that I had pictures, and then again it went by month. And I did try to add some elements or items in my stash that related to that month. So as you can see, March, I had a lot of green because of St. Patrick's. And then I would just basically pull out a lot of items in my stash to decorate them, which I love because then it gives me reason, or it gives me a chance to use up little bits and pieces that might not end up in on a card or on a layout. I'm just gonna just dump them all in here. And so again, I would do the panels when there's weeks that I have a lot more pictures, and most of these pictures, if not all of these pictures, were taken with my phone. So a lot of them are vertical, which it works really well for this kind of setup because each of the week is blocked by a vertical or a rectangle, so it worked out really well. And then again, I would just decorate it, add a few things, and then I would add my inserts if need be, and then just went on. As you can see, I had more words to say as the weeks and months went on, which again, this is the main point of me doing this, is to journal and to be able to go back to that way of documenting. Again, I just love how this was seamless, and sometimes I don't have pictures, so I would just add some things either to decorate, or if I'm lucky, I will have pictures that would match what I was talking about here. Like for example, I know we went and got some bobas around this day, so I put that in there just so that it would match. And then there's also some days where, like for this particular week, we went on vacation to Tennessee, and so I didn't bother writing down all of the different things because there were a lot more than just bullet points. So I did keep that kind of running journal on my phone so that when I am ready to scrapbook that particular travel, I will have all of the journaling already set up for that. So I didn't bother writing that down over here. And then I just continued. What I love about this is it has tabs, so I can easily look back. And actually, this has helped me go back to getting more details of journaling when I am ready to scrapbook some items. Now, for the most part, these everyday pictures will not have their own scrapbook page, but for events and for travel and events and things I have more stories to tell, they are going to have their own scrapbook page. Like for example, this event of us going down to on the Platte River, I have way more pictures than just this one, so that will have its own separate album. Same with this, when we had a real life structure built that's like the Tabernacle of Moses, and we were able to go through that, so that's going to have its own scrapbook album, which has helped me because when I am ready to scrapbook that, like I said, then I go back to this journal, and then I can be able to get some details that I probably don't remember anymore. So sometimes there were some months that I was so lazy that, like this one, I just ended up doing just stickers all around, which is fine by me. And then there are also some times where it's more pictures than anything, and then if there are stickers or elements, they're just little bits here and there. And again, decorating that, and then just going on and on about our life. And so I'm gonna, as you can see, it's very thick. So I have this last week that I need to print pictures for, and I will do that once I am ready to print for the first batch of this year. But that is my memory planner. Oops, okay. That one fell off already, so I'm guessing that maybe I should just permanently hot glue that right there. Okay, so anyways, this is my album. As you can see, I can't close it because it's so thick, so I'm just going to put a rubber band around it. If you have been inspired by this share, let me know in the description box, or sorry, in the comment section below, and let me know what you're taking away and transferring to your own kind of memory keeping this year. If you have any questions about my process or my products or anything else that I did not mention, make sure that you put that in the comment section below as well. If you like these kinds of videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure that you check out my memory planner playlist, because I do have some shares. I think I was doing them kind of every quarter for this type of the album that I did for 2025, as well as the album I did in 2024, and I'm looking forward to more shares this year. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.